Good afternoon, Brianna. I enjoyed watching your video about the four main points that you pulled out of the Tomlinson and Embo text. One of the points that you talked about was to not lower your expectations for students, and I do think that's important no matter where the students, what the student's background is, what they're currently doing in your classroom behavior-wise or academic-wise. They still need to know that these are our expectations. You're held accountable, but we hold you accountable because we care for you. I think it would be important too to sit down with the students and have a discussion with the students about our expectations, maybe even one-on-one if need be, if they're giving us some behaviors that are unacceptable, but also what are their academic goals, and let them know that we have the expectation of them to work hard and creating in them that mindset that they can persevere, think flexibly, but really work together to figure out what their goals should be, but goals that are attainable that they can meet, but also giving them a little stretch too. And when I've seen that, I've tried to do that with students and they reach their goal, how motivating it is for them to when they do reach their goal. I also like when you talked about picking your battles. Picking your battles in the classroom is so important. As a teacher, and I've even seen that at home, it kind of comes home with me too about picking your battles. I like what you talked about, just a quiet touch on the shoulder could redirect the students. I've tried that. I agree with you. I think that works. I think sometimes just standing, I've found in close proximity of one certain student that may be getting a little off task, kind of brings them back in just a little bit. I had a situation, I was in a classroom the other day with a student that is diagnosed. He is on the autism spectrum. Mom and dad are still trying to work through what does that mean for this child. And he just didn't want to do his work. He was frustrated, kind of threw his paper on the floor. I thought about it then. I was like, I could, expect him to get up, go get the paper, sit back down, start working through that. I thought about that in my head, and I was like, let me just try going over, picking up the paper, putting it on the desk, and then having that quiet conversation with him. I think it did help to de-escalate the situation just a little bit because I didn't get frustrated. I didn't start fussing. I just said, these are, reminded him of the expectations. Here's your paper. Tried to talk him and say, I believe in you. I know that you can do this. I know this is hard right now, but we can persevere and we can get this done. Let's talk through what's the struggle in the paper. I again enjoyed your perspectives on some of those quotes from the book, and I look forward to reading more of what your thoughts and your experiences are in the classroom as we go forward in the class. Thanks again, Brianna.